If you fall over as much as I do, you're definitely going to need some upper engine guards on your Transalp. Now, I originally was going to get the OEM ones, but my budget took a hit when I found out that the quick shifter is not included in Japan, even though it's included in other countries. So I decided to cut back on the engine guards, and I've gone for the Chinese El-Cheapo ones. Now, they're a pretty good copy of the OEMs, but you get no instructions, and there aren't too many good reviews either, so let's see if it's worth the risk. So these are available on sites like AliExpress, but I grabbed mine from Amazon, and they're about $150 Australian and delivered in 2 days, so you can't complain about that. What you can complain about is the fact you're not going to get any instructions, so you're going to have to sort the puzzle out for yourself. I'll take you through the whole process, and you can decide whether it's worth it or not. I always set my work area up with lots of old bedding so I don't lose or scratch anything. First thing we need to do is get the side panels off, so let's start by taking the 4 panel pins that are at the front of the bike out. Now the side panels are held on by 3 screws on either side. Now these screws are different lengths, so please don't mix them up. I'm a bit paranoid, so I actually wrap mine in masking tape and label them so I know which one's which. Next, you can pop off the panel using a wriggling motion, so it pops out of these rubber plugs you can see here, and put your panel somewhere safe where it won't get damaged. Right, so let's put the front part of the crash guards on first. Now you're going to remove this bolt and use this hole here. So once you have removed the bolt, you can wiggle the part in place and use the provided bolt to replace the original bolt, although I think you could just use the original bolt again. Now the next part is quite tricky. You need to put a smaller bolt with a spacer in there. Now that's just about impossible unless you're an octopus. So I've used a piece of masking tape to put the spacer in place while I put the bolt through. Once the bolt is in place, you can just use a toothbrush or something to wiggle the masking tape out, and now you can put the nut on. Don't tighten anything up yet, but the front part is in place. Moving to the left side of the bike, it's time for some big bolts to come out. As you can see here, it is a little bit finicky, but if you're slow and patient, they should come out. Now you're going to replace the bolts, but you will be reusing the nuts, so make sure you don't lose them. Make sure you're using the correct plate and just put everything in place to make sure it's in position correctly. After placing the nuts on the back of the bolts, you can now torque the bolts. Now I'm not sure what the correct torque specs are, but I think it's 44 Newton meters. If anyone knows the correct numbers, please put them in the comments. Moving to the right side of the bike, you'll now have to adjust your clutch cable slightly so the cable can pass behind the mounting plate. Gently loosen the front nut just a little and push the cable in just a small amount. You won't have to move it much, there just needs to be about a couple of millimeters space between the cable and the plate. Gently push the radiator hose out of the way so you can get at the 2 mounting bolts. It's very difficult to use your fingers to replace the nuts, so I'm going to use a little bit of masking tape to help it stick in the spanner. Of course, torque the bolts on this side too. You can now put all the parts loosely together to make sure everything's in the right place. There is a small amount of surface rust on the open ends of the guards, so I'm going to use a little bit of rust neutralizing metal paint to clean that up. We can now put the panels back on. We can now put it all together and tighten the bolts. So these upper guards can also be used together with lower guards, but if you're like me and you're not using the lower guards, you'll need to put on the provided washers, as you can see here. You can now attach the side guards to the front part, but don't tighten everything up yet. Torque the main hex bolts to 30 Newton meters on both sides, and then you can tighten the remaining bolts. The guards should now feel very solid. Look, I'm not going to tell you these bars are fantastic. I'm not here to sell you some bars. The purpose of this video is to show anyone who's thinking about getting the Chinese ones what they're going to be in for. And so I hope that helped them out. As for my personal opinion, yeah, I think they're pretty solid. They look okay. And, well, $150 isn't the greatest risk, is it? And who knows, in the future, I might get some brand name bars. It's not as if they're welded onto the bike now. Now, I've got a pannier set coming over from China on a very slow boat by the look of it, so if you're interested in that, please consider subscribing. In the meantime, ride safe out there, and thanks for watching.